listening to DINO 106.5, bringing you the greatest Mesozoic hits, spanning all the way from the Triassic, the Jurassic, and the Cretaceous period. Now, here's the dinosaur review for kids.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Dinosaur Review for Kids podcast. My name is Dinosaur Ranger Anthony, and I cannot wait to have you back for the next series of 9 dinosaur species. But before we get into that, I hope everyone out there had an awesome Thanksgiving weekend. I can tell you one thing, I ate like a Tyrannosaurus Rex. I think I'm still full today, and Thanksgiving was about a week ago. I just had so much food, so much fun visiting with family, and I hope that all of you had a wonderful Thanksgiving weekend as well. Now, I just got done decorating the Stomp Chomp Roar house for the holidays. We celebrate the Christmas holiday in the month of December, but no matter what holiday you celebrate out there, I hope that you have an awesome December holiday season. Now, we celebrate Christmas, like I said, so I got my Christmas tree up behind me, decorated with all its dinosaur ornaments, and then you guys, it took me 23 hours. Imagine that, 23 hours for me to decorate the entire house. You know, all of our family decorations, my front yard, the lights on the house, my science lab down here with its decorations. It just took me 23 hours, but it was all fun. We were listening to Christmas music, and we just had tons of fun doing it. So you guys, you got to go check out my Facebook page. Go to Facebook, look up Stomp Chomp Roar, and you'll see what I did on the outside of my house. I built an electric fence with some Christmas lights. I bought some inflatable Christmas dinosaurs that have presents on them. The T-Rex is eating a present, and I put those behind the fence, and I cannot believe how well it turned out, you guys. Go check out those pictures on my Facebook page, and you can see my dinosaur Christmas display out on the front of my house. Now, you guys, it is time. It is time to dig in to the next 9 dinosaur species. Can you believe it? We're on to series number 2 of the next 9 species. What did you guys think of my last episode? The first ever Prehistoric Cage Match episode. Did you guys have a lot of fun listening to that episode? Because I had so much fun recording it and editing it. It was just a blast, and I hope that you guys all enjoyed it, because I can't wait for the next one. And listen to this. Tell me what you guys think. I think when we get to episode 40, I'm going to have a tournament. So we'll take all 4 of the top dinosaur species. So like the T-Rex won from the first 9 species. So now we're on to the next series of 9 dinosaurs. So we'll get a winner on episode 20. And then we'll get another winner on episode 30. And then episode 40, we'll have a tournament where the T-Rex faces off with the other 3 dinosaurs that win their prehistoric cage match. So that's just an idea that I'm going to throw out there for episode number 40. Now, you guys, you can also go to my prehistoric online store at stompchomproar.com. Click on the store tab. You can see my all-new dig kits, you guys. I'm going to sell some awesome dinosaur dig kits. They're not your father's dig kits. They're more than just a little trinket inside. They're not made in China. They're made right here in Omaha, Nebraska, and they're filled with the dinosaur fossil, some rocks, some cool colored shells. They come in a very cute little box. I got my Stomp Chomp Roar sticker on top. Comes with a hammer, a brush, and even a special little note for myself, Dinosaur Ranger Anthony. What do you guys think about that? Go check those out on my website, stompchomproar.com. Now, we also, you guys, for my Patreon club. So if you guys want to become an official Junior Dinosaur Ranger, you can go check out my Patreon club. It is a monthly subscription club, but I added 2 new tiers. So I used to have just one tier, the official Junior Dinosaur Ranger. It was $10 a month and includes tons of perks, 2 Zoom lessons, Zoom Donuts and Dinosaurs session, tons of exclusive perks and benefits. Well, now I have 2 additional tiers. So we've got the Junior Dinosaur Ranger Trainee. That comes with a lot of perks and benefits, but it only comes with 1 Zoom Zoom lesson a month. So you get the 1 Zoom lesson. Then you can upgrade to the original, the OG, the Junior Dinosaur Ranger. That one's the $10 a month subscription. That comes with the 2 Zoom lessons. Like I said, you get the additional Donuts and Dinosaurs lesson, plus all the awesome perks and benefits that are extra with that one. Then I made a 3rd tier, the VIP, the Velociraptor Inner Pack, or the Raptor Pack. So that is tier number 3. That one is a $20 a month subscription. It comes with everything that you get as an official Junior Dinosaur Ranger, plus the Paleo Pen Pal. You'll be able to correspond straight with me, Dinosaur Ranger Anthony, through the fossil mail, through the United States Postal Service. I'll send you a letter every month with some cool activities, maybe some questions to ask you, and then you're able to send me a letter back in the mail, and then each month we'll do a little bit of corresponding through the fossil mail. So those are my Patreon tiers, you guys. You can go ahead and check those out at patreon.com. Just search Stomp, Chomp, and Roar. Now, a little bit of company news, you guys. A couple quick shout-outs before we start our dinosaur review. I want to give a shout-out to the Dragon's Closet Craft Fair. We went and visited those guys a couple weekends ago. Our very first craft fair, you guys. I had tons of fun entertaining all the customers, all the guests of the craft fair, and then we got to walk around a little bit with Paleo, our baby Spinosaurus. It was just tons of fun. I can't wait to do another craft fair here in the future. Another shout out to Lothrop Magnet Elementary. I'm going to visit them today, a little later today, and go entertain those and educate those kids out there at that elementary school. So thank you guys all so much for booking me the last couple weeks. So you guys, let's dive right in. It is time to do the Dinosaur Review for Kids podcast. It's time to go into the review. Now remember, if you guys want to review your own dinosaur, you can go to stompchomproar.com, click on that Science Lab tab, and you can print off for free the official Dinosaur Review for Kids scorecard. So when you print off that scorecard, you can review your very own dinosaur species, or you can follow along with me, Dinosaur Ranger Anthony, and we'll see if we'll get the same review on our dinosaur species. So today's dinosaur species that we're going to review for this next episode is the roofed lizard. The roofed lizard is also known as the Stegosaurus. I've got my Stegosaurus, 3 of my figures sitting here right in front of me today. It's one of my favorite herbivore dinosaurs, you guys. I just love it. They're very unique. They've got awesome defense features. They're a big tank. They're kind of like a cow with all these cool plates and spikes on their tail. And it's time to go a little bit deeper into what a Stegosaurus really is. So what is the dinosaur order type? Now, the Stegosaurus is an ornithischian dinosaur. So that means it is bird-hipped. And then it falls into the Thyreophora suborder. Now, these are herbivore dinosaurs. That means they're eating plants, and they're also quadruped or quadrupedal. That means they walk on all 4 legs. And then it falls into its own family of the Stegosaurids, and then finally we get the Stegosaurus. Stegosaurus, awesome herbivore dinosaur. Now, how big was this dinosaur? What was its length, its height, its weight? Now, the Stegosaurus is up to 30 feet long and up to 9 feet high. So way bigger than a cow, even though I kind of compared it to a cow. A lot bigger. It's still a herbivore. It's just a massive herbivore dinosaur. 30 feet long, up to 9 feet high. Now this one can weigh up to 6,800 pounds. Way more than me. Gosh, that's a lot more than me, huh? Are you guys calling me fat because I ate so much food on Thanksgiving? I am not 6,800 pounds. Gosh, I am only like 170 pounds, okay? Now, let's get back to the dinosaur review. How fast was this dinosaur? Now, the Stegosaurus, he's only about 3 to 5 miles per hour. Very slow dinosaur. He's a quadrupedal dinosaur. He walks on 4 legs. And if you guys look at the posture of the Stegosaurus, you'll see that its back legs are twice as big as its front legs. Very unique dinosaur with its leg size. Also, the toes. What do you guys think about the toes? Its front toes, on the front feet, they have 5 toes. But then on the back feet, they only have 3 toes. Why is that? Why do they have the difference in the toes? Now, there's even evidence that the Stegosaurus, they thought, might have been able to rear up on its back legs and sort of climb into the trees with the front legs, not getting off the ground, but they would rear themselves up and be able to get into the trees to get some of that mid-level vegetation that would have been in the trees. Now, these guys are mainly eating low-lying vegetation, ferns, mosses, cycad plants, things like that. Now, what was the weapons or the defense that the Stegosaurus had? Now, this is where this herbivore is going to go over. It doesn't have that gigantic size like the sauropods, so it doesn't have size as a defense, but it has tons of other defenses. Now, the Stegosaurus has a small, narrow-like head, a toothless beak, but plenty of cheek teeth. They also believe the cheeks of the Stegosaurus were a lot more advanced than some of the other dinosaur species that lived during the Mesozoic era. Now, they ate low-lying vegetation, like I said, and they did have a small, but not so tiny brain. The Stegosaurus, a lot of the times, gets a bad rap. Everyone calls him the dumb dinosaur. Well, you know, the Stegosaurus, he's got feelings too, you guys, so we cannot call him the dumb dinosaur, because actually, his brain is larger than the size of an acorn or a walnut, like it's a lot of times compared to. I like to say maybe 3, maybe even 4 acorns or walnuts. So it was a very odd shape. You know, it was more of an oval. Lots of different curves in the brain, but it would have been more long. Maybe like I said, 3 or 4 acorns. So it wasn't that totally dumb dinosaur like a lot of people say he was. Now, it was for its brain size, body to brain size, it was one of the not so smart dinosaurs in the Mesozoic era, but it didn't have that acorn brain. Okay, that's enough about brains, but what about the brain in its butt, you guys? This dinosaur scientist thought that it might have had a brain in its lower back vertebrae near its butt. Can you guys imagine having another brain where you can think down by your butt? That would just be crazy, and that theory has long been disproven and is long gone. So let's stop talking about brains, because we're not zombies. We don't want to talk about brains all the time. So let's talk about their defense. Those 17 plates. They had those plates that went down their back, from their neck all the way down their back, down their tail. Now, scientists, when they first dug up the Stegosaurus, they thought that they laid flat, kind of like shingles on the roof of a house. That's why its name is roofed lizard. They thought it looked like shingles because originally they thought the plates laid flat, kind of like shingles on a house, like I mentioned. But after they found more fossil evidence of the Stegosaurus, we realized that they went straight up out of the skin. Now, so they have 17 of those plates. They alternated one after the other. They were flat, triangular in shape, and the plates weren't solid. They think that they might have had some kind of blood vessels inside to help maybe even regulate temperature. That's just a theory. It could have also been for maybe species recognition, even defense. Just tons of different theories about the plates of the Stegosaurus. Now, those plates, they didn't come up from the bones. They actually came up from the skin, so they weren't attached to the skeleton of the Stegosaurus. Now, those things on the back of their tail, a lot of people call them spikes. Their real name are thagomizers. Can you guys all say that? Say thagomizers. Now, those were the spikes on the back of the Stegosaurus, and they had maybe 4 to 8 of those thagomizers, and they were 2 to 3 feet long. I believe the longest one they found was 4 feet long, and those would have probably been some good defenses. Swinging that tail back and forth, they might have been able to kind of back up and use their rear tail as a little bit of defense towards maybe the Allosaurus that could have tried to attack them during the Jurassic period. The Stegosaurus also had those armored scutes on their skin around their neck and hip region. Now, they didn't live in massive herds, kind of like our ceratopsians or our hadrosaurs, but they probably did live in somewhat of smaller groups, which is why I got 3 of them right here, and I even got a 4th up in my Jurassic Jeep right now, getting ready to go to that elementary school later today. So I've got my small, not herd, but small groups, so they might have been able to help each other a little bit, but they wouldn't have had the defense of having a gigantic herd like we see on some of those other herbivore dinosaurs. So, where did this dinosaur live, and how long did the species live during the Mesozoic era? Well, you guys, the Stegosaurus lived 156 to 140 million years ago during the Jurassic period. Now, something interesting, Stegosaurus never fought T-Rex. T-Rex lived at the end of the Cretaceous period. And fun fact, us humans, my iPhone right here, is closely related in time to the T-Rex than the T-Rex is to the Stegosaurus. So let me say that again. There is less time between T-Rex and humans than there is between T-Rex and the Stegosaurus. So we're more closer in time to the T-Rex than the T-Rex was to Stegosaurus, even though we see them fighting a lot in a lot of dinosaur pop culture, like TV shows, movies, magazines, books, and stuff like that. So the Stegosaurus living in the Jurassic period, 156 to 140 million years ago. Now, the Stegosaurus is found in western North America, a little bit of Europe, South Africa, India, and Mongolia. So he's kind of living all over the place. But imagine back then we had the Pangea supercontinent. So he would have been able to roam more freely around the continent during those times. That's why we find them today on these different continents. Now, when was it found? Back in 1876 by M.P. Felch, and it was named in 1877 by Othniel Marsh, one of the Bone Wars paleontologists. So you guys, real quick recap before we give this guy a score on the fossil record. What will we give the Stegosaurus on a fossil scale of 1 out of 10 fossils, aka stars? 1 fossil, remember, being for some of the worst dinosaurs, 10 fossils being for some of the best dinosaurs. This herbivore dinosaur, the Stegosaurus, up to 30 feet long, up to 9 feet high, weighing 6,800 pounds. No, you guys, that is not how much I weigh. Very slow dinosaur, 3 to 5 miles per hour, walking on all 4 legs, has that small head, very close to the ground, advanced cheeks with those cheek teeth, has all those 17 plates going down its back, those thagomisers on its tail, those scoots, a little bit of armor on its neck area, on its hips. Lived in the Jurassic period, so it didn't have mighty dinosaurs like Tyrannosaurus Rex. It had more like Allosaurus would have been hunting the Stegosaurus. So it didn't have gigantic carnivores after it, but it still would have had some competition that it had to fight along with. So what do you guys think? Where do we put the Stegosaurus on our fossil scale? So let's come down here. Out of 10 fossils, you guys, I think I'm going to be somewhere... Gosh, where should we put the Stegosaurus? I'm going to give it a fair score right beneath the Triceratops, but right above the Amargasaurus. So I'm going to give it, you guys, a 7.5. That's it, a 7.5 on our fossil scale. That is for the Stegosaurus. The Stegosaurus, 7.5. On the fossil scale. What do you guys think about that? 7.5? Do you think that's a fair score? Did I give the Stegosaurus a fair score on the fossil record? I believe so. Let me know what you think, or if you did your scorecard along with me. What score did you get on the Stegosaurus? So thank you guys so much for tuning in to another awesome episode of the Dinosaur Review for Kids podcast. And remember, if you guys have a dinosaur species that you want me to feature on the Dinosaur Review for Kids podcast, just shoot me an email at stompchomproar@yahoo.com and send me the dinosaur species that you want me to add to the list so that we can get it reviewed on the Dinosaur Review for Kids podcast. Remember, you guys, you can become a Patreon member and become an official Junior Dinosaur Ranger as part of my dinosaur subscription club. We have tons of fun, you guys. For the Zoom lessons we have for the month of December 2021, for our Donuts and Dinosaurs lesson. That is actually this Sunday. I believe it's the 5th of December. We're doing it a dinosaur toy show and tell. So all the kids are going to be able to bring their dinosaur toys to the show and tell, and we'll go over all our favorite toys. Then our first Zoom lesson, I believe that one's on the 12th. Let me just grab my calendar here real quick. I'll have these dates for sure. Yep, December 12th, 2021 is going to be our first Zoom lesson, and that one is going to be on mistakes of dinosaur toys. So you guys, dinosaur toy companies like Mattel, they're not scientists, so they don't have everything correct on dinosaur toys. Little sneak peek, I've got a pteranodon around here somewhere. It's got teeth in its mouth. The pteranodon did not have teeth. So dinosaur toy makers always don't, they make mistakes. So we'll go over a few mistakes on that Zoom lesson. Then on our third Zoom lesson of the month, that one is on December 19th. That one is going to be on North Pole dinosaurs. Ho ho ho! Santa Claus dinosaurs. So you guys won't want to miss those ones. Go sign up for my Patreon club and become an official Junior Dinosaur Ranger, or even become a Raptor Pack VIP so that you can become one of my fossil pen pals every month. So go sign up for those, you guys. And remember, my name is Dinosaur Ranger Anthony, and keep digging for dinosaurs. We'll see you guys later.
Wow.